Alright everyone, welcome back to the Taco Stacks YouTube channel. Today I have some possible gold or silver I've put aside from costume jewelry that I've bought in the past. I made up a whole bag, and maybe you have a bag of jewelry that you want to test and find out if it's actually true gold or is it true silver that maybe you want to scrap, or find out the true value of what this stuff actually is. So in today's video I'm going to show you how to use the acid test kit and see if your jewelry is actually gold or silver. It's a very easy process, a very efficient process, and probably the most reliable process that is very, very affordable for any homeowner to buy and test their own jewelry. So let's get into it and I'll show you exactly how it works. Let's do it. Alright, so here's the acid test kit. It comes with a lot of different acid bottles in here. I find myself only using a couple, so we'll use those same ones for this video. So we have the 10 karat, which is very crucial. This one's the 14 karat. And this is to test gold. We also have the 18 karat, which I do use, and then I will also show you the silver one in this video, so you can test for both gold and silver. There is a couple extra ones, so this is 22 karat. I've never come across 22 karat gold ever, so I've never used that. And this is platinum, which that is something I've never used either. It does come with a testing stone, so if you're interested in buying this product, you can also just buy just the bottles separately if they are what you want to use. But this does come with a testing stone. For the sake of this video, I'm using a larger testing stone. This one's only about a 2" by 2" testing stone, so it might be very difficult to kind of video it for you guys and show you the whole process. But this works perfectly fine. There's no difference in quality. But it's just a little bit smaller. So for video sakes, I will be using a larger one that is sold separately. This box you can kind of find all over the internet, just like the bottles themselves. But I want to get the one with the box because it's so much easier to just have everything sorted and organized just like so. And you can put it away and it doesn't tip over or anything crazy like that. So we'll put this aside. Alright, for the video I'm also just wearing gloves. They aren't a necessity to wear when testing for gold or silver, but you don't want to get this acid on your hands at all. And make sure to always wash off the stone and then wash off your hands afterwards when doing this process. So here we have a ring. This one is not marked, so I'm going to show you the whole process on how to kind of test for it, especially if you're testing for stuff that is unmarked. From my personal experience, anything that's been marked 10 karat or 14 karat has always been true. I've not found any counterfeit jewelry so far in my life that has not been authentic for 10 karat or 14 karat, but I have found a ton of knockoff 18 karat that does not test for gold. So if it's unmarked, you're going to want to do this whole process. And realistically, you probably only have to do one scratch and then go on from there. But for the sake of this video, I will go ahead and try to save time. I'm going to make 3 total scratches. Okay. Try to show you that. So we have 3 scratches, and so what we're going to do here is we're going to start from left to right. So we're going to start with the 10 karat. If the 10 karat passes, we'll move on to 14 karat, and the 14 karat passes, we'll move to 18 karat. What I mean by passes is when I put this on this this scratched mark, this should not disappear where I put this this acid. So it should stay there, and you should still be able to see the line. As you can see, the line is still there. It is not going away. It is still there. In fact, it looks like it's pretty much like putting water on it. But no, this is actually acid. It is not water. So since the line is still there, that means that it passes for 10 karat. That is the first process, and pretty much what you need to know for all these different acid, because they really are just the same exact process of doing them. It's just more about finding out the consistency of the ring. So you can see it's still there. That means that it is 10 karat. Now if that line where I put the acid dissolves and that line is no longer there, that means that it does not actually pass for that karat. So this one is for 14 karat. This will be the next one. And you let it sit there for a little bit. For the most part, if it isn't what it is, so if it's not 14 karat, that line will go away almost immediately. As you can see, it's sort of fading, but it's still there. That means that it is still 14 karat, but realistically, it's not going to pass for the next one. So you'll see with the next one, the 10 karat one, you can still see the line. The 14 karat is partially dissolved, but we'll see with the 18 karat that you'll almost see that it's completely gone. Well, at least that's what I think. Probably could have just left it with the first amount I put on there. But you can see, you can't see through the line. The line's gone over there on the third one. See, you can't see the line through the acid. The 14-1, the one in the middle, is slowly dissolving, but that's still good. That will show that this ring right here that is unmarked is actually 14 karat. We can go ahead and wipe off this stone now. We know it's not 18 karat. It definitely is at least 10 karat, but we can conclude that it is 14 karat because the line stood around for probably about a minute. It's still there. You can still kind of see it. It's partially dissolved, but we can guarantee that that is 14 karat. It did pass the 14 karat test, and we're good to go. Okay, so now that we've tested the gold, we are left now with the silver ring and the dime. The dime, I'm going to just show you pretty much how it kind of works. You obviously saw how it dissolved on 18 karat. That will be the same for the dime. I mean, I can test this, I'll scratch it, and if I did the 10 karat, that line will also dissolve like immediately because this is not actually gold. But I will show you something that's really neat here. This is marked 925, so to me, it is silver. As you see, there are still a couple lines on here. Once you use the stone a couple times, those lines will kind of always be there, so you kind of either work around it, you rub a little bit harder, whatever it might be. You maybe go out and buy a new stone, but this stone is perfectly fine to use again. But we do have a ring here that's marked 925, which should be silver, and go ahead and make a scratch there, and I'll make another scratch over here. What I will show you here, and this is kind of a trick that I've kind of learned when doing this, is that using the 18 karat, this line will actually turn blue when you put this over the scratch. So it'll turn kind of like a milky, cloudy, whitish blue, whereas this one with the silver tester will turn red. And I'll show you kind of what I mean by that here in a second, and I'll show you why this is kind of important to kind of know, because maybe you might not be able to see browns or reds as well as you can see blues, so maybe you'd want to use the 18 karat rather than using the silver one. And this is to measure for silver. It does seem to take a little bit of time, but you can kind of see it's like a bluish, grayish color. That does show up on camera. It's almost like a metallic color. So that is that one. And then you'll see with this one should turn red or a dark brown. Get rid of that bubble. The bubble goes away. There you go. You can kind of see it's a reddish brown. The reason why I say this is important to kind of know is because when you test something and it's not silver, but you test it with the silver kit, like so we'll try this dime, which now I'll do it right in the middle. Dime kind of looks gold, or red I should say. When you test the silver kit with this, it will come up a little bit, like you almost get a little bit of reddish, and kind of see a little bit of red. Can you see that in the middle? It almost looks identical to the one on the right, but it's not exactly the one on the right. It almost disappears just a little bit, and now it's kind of gone. So it could be kind of confusing when testing for silver while using this silver tester. You saw how red it got with actual silver, but the stuff that is not silver, you kind of look at it and you're like, is that brown? Is that red? Is it black? Did it dissolve? Did it not dissolve? So you have a lot of questions about the stuff that is not authentic sterling or authentic silver. So that's why I say probably use the 18 karat tester for doing silver. I will show you also what the 18 karat looks like on something that is not silver, but you already saw that probably with the gold ring. It just dissolves. So I mean, you don't see any white, you don't see any blue. It's just like there's no line there. Whereas that one, you see how it has the blue. So when testing, I mean, I would honestly say the silver thing, it's good. It does work as it should. But it's just sometimes difficult to find the stuff that is not silver and determine if it's not actually silver while using it. Whereas the 18 karat is pretty much like, you know it straight off the bat because it's a bluish, whitish color. And like I said, on the right side, something that is not silver that you tested for 18 karat, it just didn't react at all. So that's kind of the way this thing works. It is very, very easy. It is not something that is too difficult. It might feel like I've repeated myself a little bit in this video, but it kind of just clarifies if you want to kind of retest something or reassure yourself on what the actual outcome should be based on what you scratched and then what you saw, as well as a little bit of a sneak peek or a little bit of a trick if you want to use the 18 karat for the silver stuff as well. So it's been fun. It's a very easy process. This video might have gotten around 10-12 minutes long. I apologize for that, but I figured it was probably a good video to kind of share my experience and share you guys how to test for gold or silver. So thanks for tagging along. Enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time, have a great day. Keep living the dream. Peace.